All right. Well, we will go ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome world number 6, Patrick Cantlay, to the interview room here at the 2024 American Express. Pat, thank you for joining us for a few minutes. Making your 6th start here in the American Express with good success. I think top 10s in 3 of your last 5, highlighted most likely by the 61 and 21 to get the runner-up. So just with that said, just some thoughts on being back here to a place that you're comfortable and familiar and good with.
Yeah, sure. Tournament that I've played a lot, and a place I really like. It's only a couple hours from where I grew up. And by now, golf courses that I feel very comfortable on. I know it'll take quite a few under, similar to Maui. And so we'll see how many birdies I can make.
You finished last season strong with top 5 finishes in 2 of the 3 playoffs events, and then I think top 15 at Century. Were you able to put the clubs down, enjoy some time in the off season a little bit, and are you feeling good coming into this season?
Yeah, definitely. Like I've said before, being at home is like a vacation. And so it's been nice to have some time off, but now that we're starting the season, I'm ready to go. Okay.
And one last question for me, and then I'll take it from you guys. When you come to an event like this that's got multiple courses, is there any kind of a multiple mindset, for lack of a better term, or do you just take what's kind of in front of you at the time and play that kind of Patrick Cantlay golf on that particular course at the time?
Yeah, I think it's important really to be patient around these tracks. I think you can make 2, 3, 4, 5 birdies in a row out here. But when you're making pars, you're feeling like you're falling behind. And sometimes you just have to wait for your stretch of holes. So especially on Nicklaus Tournament and La Quinta, they feel like courses that you've got to shoot 3, 4 under a side. And so, I know that, but at the same time, play my normal golf and stay patient.
Okay. Well, with that, we'll take a few questions. We'll start with Larry.
You'll hear somebody say they don't really come here, or maybe even a couple because you do have to go low early in the year, and maybe they're not as comfortable with trying to make that many birdies so fast. You clearly don't have that problem. 61 is still an amazing score. So you're comfortable with the idea that 25, 26, 27 under is where you need to be this week, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's just the way it is. I mean, you could change all the pars to 70, take the par 5s that are the hardest, and the everyday for the tournament, the scores would be more around 20 under par. So it's all the same. I mean, it's just you got to take advantage of the par 5s out here. Those are the scoring holes on all 3 golf courses. And if you play from the fairway, you'll have tons of wedges on the rest of the holes.
The 3 courses are kind of different in their character, but it seems like they've leveled out in terms of their scoring average over the last. It used to be La Quinta was so easy. You're starting at La Quinta tomorrow. Do you feel like that's an advantage, or does it really matter to you?
I don't think it matters much. I think they've all become golf courses that you need to score really well on to have a chance at winning. And even Stadium, a lot of guys will shoot 5, 6, 7, 8 under par at Stadium these days. I think La Quinta, before was maybe easier, but also people had a different mindset playing Stadium than they do the last 5 years. I mean, the mindset now is everyone knows you need to get into the mid-20s to have a chance. So I think that's just kind of the nature of people getting better and learning that if they want to have a chance to win, they need to be more aggressive and make more birdies.
Go right over here.
Hey, Pat. What would you deem a successful 2024 season?
Good question. I think 2 things, consistency and then also winning golf tournaments. That's really it.
Has how you define success changed as you do rack up wins and you look for certain tournaments and things you want to pick off? Has it changed over the last couple of years?
I don't think it's changed. I think my mindset has been to put yourself in contention at as many tournaments as you can. And by way of doing that, you should close a number of them. And so that's what I mean kind of by that consistent play, having lots of opportunities to win and then winning. Because really that's that's what we're all out here to do.
Tiger said at the Hero that he was up until way late in the night trying to handle all these negotiations. Are you busy right now like that? Or are you still are you balancing golf with trying to get this deal over the finish line?
Yeah, well, take a step back. I mean, I have a responsibility to the membership to represent them as best as possible, and I care deeply about that. So doing a good job there is not only what I want to do, but also my responsibility. And seeing through this deal as best as possible to set up the PGA Tour players both now and in the future is a priority for me. That aside, as far as my golf goes, that is my primary job, is my golf. And doing everything I can time management wise to have enough time to prioritize both things correctly is important and a challenge, but that's life.
And you're not finding, I mean, Rory spoke last year about how it was put so much stress on him. Are you finding you're able to compartmentalize?
Yeah, I think it's one of my strengths, is compartmentalizing and being as focused as I possibly can be at the task at hand. And so I think there's a little more effort to try to focus solely on golf while I'm golfing, but I'm able to do that.
Just with the new signature event model and how they're kind of stacked in consecutive weeks or in between majors on either sides of it, how do you think you'll plan your schedule accordingly in terms of how you're leading up to those events, or which ones you prioritize heading into the signature events?
I think I've played a very similar schedule for the last 2, 3, 4 years, and so I don't see that changing very much. I think last year I played every signature event, which most likely will be the same this year. In general, I try to pick golf courses that I like, and so it ends up being a lot of the same golf courses year after year.
Anybody else? All right, easy enough. Well, Patrick,
right.
thank you for coming in. We
Yep.
appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Have a great week.